Springfield was left in ruins after being ravaged by the typhoon. Bart and Lisa came to the seaside to play. Many interesting things had been washed ashore, such as diving masks, medical waste, and things like that. The most outrageous thing was a blue whale. Lisa felt very sorry for this helpless whale.
Whoa! My caramba.
Lisa named it Bluella. She wanted to save it. She went home to ask Homer for help. Homer immediately went to get his tool belt and set off.
Oh, man, who are these belts made for? French supermodels?
At this moment, Marge stopped Homer. Whale strandings don't usually end well. She hoped Lisa wouldn't get her hopes up too much. Homer felt they had to try their best. He gathered the strongest men in town to push Bluella back into the sea, but they couldn't move it an inch. Homer then wanted to find the smartest men in town. They had a mental tug of war together. Anyone who would participate in such a contest couldn't be that smart. Homer then brought several small boats to drag Bluella back to the sea, but it was no use. Lisa refused to give up. She stayed by Bluella's side reading stories to it. Late at night, Lisa fell asleep. When she woke up, she saw the army had come to rescue Bluella. They used 2 helicopters to lift Bluella and send it back to the sea.
Bye! Goodbye!
Lisa woke up. She discovered it was just a dream. Bluella had already died. Lisa was heartbroken. Maggie was sitting in the park playing with sand. A chubby little kid behind her leaped down from the slide. At the critical moment, Maggie was pulled away by someone. When she turned around, she saw a handsome boy standing in front of her. His hair was flowing freely in the wind. Maggie gave him her hair bow. The two, who couldn't speak yet, introduced themselves to each other in a special way. Maggie was deeply captivated by his handsome appearance and his heroic rescue. She instantly imagined scenes of them dating in her mind. They played together and watched sunsets together. Every moment seemed incredibly precious, but romantic and happy times are always fleeting. When Maggie opened her eyes again, her beloved was already gone. The boy had been picked up by his mother. By evening, Maggie's longing emotions could no longer be controlled. Even in her innocent childhood dreams, everything had turned into the boy's image. The next morning, Maggie began to dress herself up carefully, then sat in the car early. She even carefully wiped the milk stains from her face. But what she didn't expect was that it was Homer who took her out today. Homer drove straight past yesterday's park. Maggie anxiously tried to remind him, but Homer didn't care at all. Instead, he came to another park to buy delicious tacos. Maggie began searching for her beloved. She grabbed a skateboard, went to the highest point, and saw the boy in the distance. At this moment, the boy was also looking for her, but the next second, Homer took her away. Maggie felt very distressed and could only drink milk to drown her sorrows. Due to excessive longing, she didn't close her eyes all night. Finally, she waited for Marge to take her out to play, but when she looked carefully, it was still Homer. Watching Homer miss the dating park again, Maggie rushed up, grabbed the steering wheel, and charged in. She smoothly parked the car at the destination. At this moment, she noticed the boy was about to board a small train and leave. Maggie, disregarding danger, stumbled all the way toward him, but she was still a step too late, and the train left. She desperately chased after the train. The boy finally noticed her. They tried hard to reach each other, but were still separated. Maggie collapsed and slumped to the ground in despair.